was only about 4 at the time, so I don't recall how to make it, but I do remember her stirring the dough balls in boiling oil, rolling them in icing sugar, and serving them with watermelon. She also loved her family. Every time I visited her, I admired how every surface in her room was covered with photos and gifts from her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. She treasures and displays all things given to her. My last visit was with my Grandpa John and my dad Jeff, and she told stories about moving to Canada, her learning English, and her family. She was always interested in how I'm doing in school and sport teams. On my last visit with her, I also took a photo, and at that moment I realized that there were 4 generations in the same room, which will only happen once in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Hello. My parents are John and Stephanie Friesen. My daughter Emma, Nathan, my son, and my wife Ray are in the congregation with you. It's great to see so many friendly faces from all, I was corrected, 32 of us that make up Mary's children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So our most sincere thank you to each of you for taking the time to say goodbye to our beloved grandmother Mary. Now maybe it's just a Friesen family tradition, but after I accepted the offer to speak in front of you today, I was only given one instruction. Jed, keep it brief. I'll do my best. That's not entirely true. There's a bit more constructive instruction provided by Pastor Grant. As Pastor Grant pointed out, he's also Grandma Mary's grandson, and he's my cousin. Last night, all 7 of Mary's children and their families congregated at my parents' home. Before Grant led us in grace, he shared a bit of wisdom. This is a funeral and not a performance. Some emotions may come to the surface, and we're trying to convey a message and give proper grace to her. On the screen last night at one end of the room was a rolling series of pictures, and what struck me was that virtually every one of them was of her family. I think the faces in the congregation today speak to Mary having made many dear friends through the years in her many interests and activities. But as her grandchild, I knew of little else other than family. It seemed that we were always over at their magnificent home on the bluff in Tawasin, and there was always lots of family around. Aunts, uncles, cousins, Easter egg hunts, bouncing on the old Sundance trampoline, being warned by Grandpa not to touch the rocks in the rock garden. We were always surrounded by family, lots of family. What Grandma Mary loved to do was to bake and to cook. She could fry an egg for you, and it was honestly the best egg you ever tasted. She made the most simple, wonderful white buns and would serve them with butter and homemade jam. Nothing in the world is better than Mary's plum jam. From the earliest age, I could consume a mountain of those little white buns. Apparently on someone's urging, she put her buns in some bun baking competition. I remember asking her, and I remember being flabbergasted when she told me, quite dismissively, that she came in 6th place or something. She said, I guess they like buns with sunflower seeds in them. I distinctly remember thinking that whoever judged that bun making competition had no clue what a bun was supposed to taste like. With butter and plum jam, they were perfection. With hindsight, I can now see so vividly that Grandma Mary devoted her life to bringing her family together at every possible opportunity. It was through her actions, making sure everyone would be together, and the incredible meals she'd seem to conjure up with remarkable ease, unmatched in quantity and quality, each dish arriving at the table perfectly prepared and with perfect timing. Perfectly roasted turkey with stuffing, and all 7 side dishes could be prepared both perfectly and simultaneously out of a 1970s era kitchen. Mary in her kitchen was like the conductor of a great symphony. Only her musicians were the pots and pans. Their musical notes, the ingredients. Complete mastery. the eyes of her grandchild, this was Grandma Mary at her finest. Complete mastery in the role she felt most satisfaction and reward. I can now so clearly understand how she lived for each of her children and grandchildren, expressing her love and devotion to each of us. All of us together is what she treasured most in this world. I do think she was smiling down on us last night. From across oceans and continents, all 7 of her children and their families together again, breaking bread together and enjoying the simple pleasure of being in one another's company. Grandma Mary, we remember you at your finest. We honor you through the simple act of being together with one another. Thank you.
Find myself sometimes in trouble. Mother Mary, come to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. They may be parted, yes, still a chance that they might see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. Wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
John 10:14 through 15. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
Ed, who's with us, and my wife Renee, had an idea to do after church on Sunday a Bible study at the Waterford on the second floor. That's the full care floor. And that's where I met Mary. And I thought, well, we could do this for a couple of months. She said, you know, we'll do the Bible study and you can bring your guitar and you can sing. I thought, yeah, for a couple of months. And that's where I met Mary, and it was 5 years ago. So we're still at it. Mary knew her stuff. Mary knew her stuff. She was quite amazing. I'd bring my guitar, and my guitar broke, and I brought another guitar, and she says, that's not your guitar. Where's your guitar? I said, Mary, it broke. That doesn't sound so good. Mary knew all the words, and the words she didn't know, that was, they were small words. And so we came one Sunday, and there was a big box sitting there with 24 songbooks, very large print. And that's what Mary did. So, and they're all benefiting from that. Or she would call me, and she said, is this the husband of Renee? She had a little trouble with my name, like everybody does. I said, yes, Mary, it is. She said, they took Kathleen away. I said, oh, no. I said, who took her away? The ambulance. I said, okay, I'll find out and let you know. Kathleen had a fall. Kathleen came back from the hospital that night, and all was good. So we had a great bond, and she loves to sing, and she loves to sing the Lord's Prayer. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity that I'm here, that I'm able to share